Hi everybody, V here. I know it's been a long time, sorry about that, but I wanted to stop by and share with you what I created. Again, this video is for an older audience, it's not for kids, so let me share with you what I created. Now, this is using several things, but my main thing that inspired me was this little box, and I will show you the one that actually inspired me. But I'd seen several people using Scrapdivadesigns.com's pumpkin face die. And you guys, I'll share the link and everything to it. And they have created some really cute gifts. But after making what I had made with this little one, I thought, oh my gosh, I got to order that die. That would be so perfect. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. But I wanted you to see this while it's glowing, using a little tea light. Now I'm gonna show you up closer, but I wanted you to be able to see what I was talking about with the lights off. So I'm gonna go turn on the lights real quick, and then I'll come back and share with you everything I used to create this. I hope this finds everybody doing well. I don't get a whole lot of time to craft, but the grandbabies had asked if I wanted to go and spend the night. And I said, well, yeah. So my lily bug said, well, when are you coming, Nana? And I said, well, babe, I said, how about we have a little hocus pocus party? And my daughter said, Ma, you know, I have to get up and go to work in the morning. I said, well, you can go to bed. We'll stay downstairs and have our little party. So I have been making a whole bunch of little treat containers and things. Oh my gosh, I have the babies all the time. So once they go to bed, I come back downstairs. Sometimes I'm down here until 2 o'clock trying to create all this stuff. But I wanted to create things that I could give them with little treats in it. And so I'll come back and share that video later on. But for this one, I also wanted to create something to give my daughter, you know, and I'm going to show you this one. This is one of the treat boxes, and I have that little die. And of course, as you can see, that's how small it is. But I had used another die to create the face. And I thought, oh, that's so cute, you know, a little jack-o'-lantern. And so when I seen these, and I'm going to share this with you, the Dollar Tree has these little boxes, and you get 2 of them for $1.25. And I thought, oh, that would be so cute. I could make, you know, maybe, you know, stamp a face or something on there. And then I seen this die, and what I like about this die, because this box regularly opened up will not fit in your, oh my gosh, what is that called? Your die machine. You know, the Sizzix die machine, I just done come to a course the moment you turn on the camera. But I will show you how I was able to put this die to create this box in my cutter. So first, I'm going to share with you what I used. Now, I do hope that either Erica or somebody, one of these die companies, comes up with one of these. I'm going to call it a floating die. That is not the name of it. It is her jack-o'-lantern face stamp. And the reason I'm just saying floating. Now, like any die, what I like about this one, see how there's no other parts to it? So you can float this die on just about anything and get it where you want it. And the nice thing is that when you put this on something, you can see where it is. Like I have a couple of Sizzix, you know, the thick steel rule jack-o'-lanterns, but you can't really see where you're putting it in order to cut it. So I really like that. And so I hope that Erica or whoever, Erica, I hope you make a scarecrow face, a snowman face, and a gingerbread face. That would be so cute. So that is the die I used. Now I did not use the little bow. These are on a bigger scale, and I'll show you the comparison here in a minute. But here is where you can buy the die. I have seen some ladies create some really pretty things with this die. The other die that I used was this old Doris Flourish right here. Sorry if there's a glare. I use these dies for my stash. They're the Japanese lantern. I also used this spider web and this spider. And again, they're from my stash. I used this bow and these two right here. They, of course, you know, they go together, the back and then the part that makes the bow. I also used this leaf number 2 from Sizzix, and there is the number 380219, and that's it. I used this embossing folder. Oh, I didn't bring my oh goodness, what do you call it? My ink pad. But I used the Ranger, Tim Holtz Rusty Hinge ink pad to get the leaves to distress a little bit. Now, as I said, let me share with you the rest. Now, Hobby Lobby has this on sale for 50 cents right now. It's the covered wire. This is great to use in your projects. And you guys, once the holidays are over, you can't get this anymore. And so I have several. I picked up several. And again, they're 50% off. You're going to, if you're doing the jack-o'-lantern, you'll need one of the little tea lights. If you're doing it just as a treat box, you do not. For the wire, there's several different tools that you can use. You can use a paintbrush. Now, I'll use a skewer because it's smaller if I'm making something smaller. But for this one, I did use the paintbrush because I needed the swirls to be a little bit bigger. But like this is a hair thing, so you can use that. This was actually the stick that comes in the batting. But what I like to do with a lot of mine is I'll make clay pieces and bake them. And I even have some on my pokey tools. I made my own pokey tools. And so, but you'll need something like that to twist the wire. The other thing you'll need is you're going to need, let me share this with you. See this jack-o'-lantern one here? See how you see the line right there? It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to fold round. Well, I tried to make it out of very thick glittered cardstock, and it's not pliable. You're going to need some kind of pliable paper. You could even use a piece of wax paper if you're turning it into a glowing jack-o'-lantern. If you're just doing a treat box, no problem. But your paper is going to need to be able to be flexible because it's going to need to fold like that. If you're using the die, this is like velvet paper, and it's mulberry on the back. Hobby Lobby has some of this velvet paper, but it's got a thick cardstock on the back. That will not work. This was just a piece of yellow pliable. I peeled it off of there because I thought it would glow, and it doesn't. But as long as it's pliable, and again, spray the back and manipulate it a little bit, and it gets a little softer. But don't use anything thick. You could even use, like, say, a piece of this mulberry paper that's very soft for what you want to create. And so the other thing you're going to need are these Dollar Tree boxes. You get 2 of them for $1.25, and they're big. I'm going to share with you that. This thing fits in the palm of my hand. This one is so small, and it's a die too, but see the difference? And so for creating this one, you will need this little box from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to share with you how you're going to put it through your die machine. The other thing I'm going to share with you. Now, you can get these at the Dollar Tree. They're the little stones. I think they even have some clear ones. Or you can use some of the little gemstones. Let me put that out of the way. Or years ago, I got, let me open this. Oh, I'm dropping that. Let me open this box. I'm sorry. Years ago, come on, open. I got the ones that were in black, orange, white, and purple from Michael's. And I like them for filler. And so, oops, I hit that thing. So, let me stick this back here. And I will show you what I mean by the filler when I show you the box up close. But let me move that. Okay, I'm going to scoot this back for a second. So sorry if you see a mess in the background. But for the box, you'll get two. Now, this was the other thing. I wanted the green stem of a pumpkin to show. So this is the side that I cut my face out of. Now, you're going to have to stick all four of these along with your cutting pads through your Big Shot or whatever one you have. Now, I have to tell you, it is a little more harder to put through your thing. It don't break your machine, but you're running 4 pieces of cardstock through. And when you're done cutting it, it'll make it look a little wonky. But when you fold it up, it doesn't matter. Now, another thing, when I cut mine, and I don't know if you can still see them. Probably not. No, I guess not. See how you can see the imprint? Well, that came off of my old cutter mats, you know. But it doesn't matter because once you fold it over, you don't even see that. Or just use a brand new one. So when you go to cut it, and this is really important. Let me find that die. What I do with my die. Okay, come on. Let me get this die. Okay, when you go to put your die on your machine, you do not want to go too low when you cut it, because then your face will be way down here. And as you can see on that one, I did come down a little too far. This one, I think I went up too high. This one was just right. So what I did was I sandwiched it right about there. So you're just going to go up a little ways, and it's going to be a little bit higher up here. And you're going to sandwich it, put your tape, hold it in place. So when you go to put it through your die machine, you're going to get one of your mats. Now this thing opens up in 4 areas. And it folds that way. On 3 of them, you're going to close them together. And only one of them, the green part, is going to be to the front. You're going to stick that in between all of them. And just push it up to the edge of your thing. All the rest are going to be back here. You're going to lay this down. Make sure your die, I did not tape mine down. I just placed it. And then I put my top on there. And you're going to run it through with this sticking out. And it'll cut your box. And when it does, you'll open it back up. And of course, you'll have the face missing. I just, on this one, because I'm getting ready to make another one, I did add a piece of vellum on the back because I want to make it another lantern. And again, it gives you all of the scores lines. And so what I did was, even up here, it gives you a score line. I just got them. Now, because I'm only going to open one side of the box, I did glue from here all the way to here. I didn't glue down here, but I did glue up here because I wanted that to stay together. So once you bring that over, and put this little part through. Come on. Don't you do that to me now. Of course, while I'm on video. So, once you stick it through, now this is the other important thing. If you're going to make this box, you want to put the right side on first. You'll stick it in there. Push it through like it's supposed to. Right? Now, this is really important for your left side. Everything, all of your embellishments are going to be glued on the left side flap right here. Just right there. So once you put your box together and you've got it, it's going, oops, what did I do? Oh, I didn't shut my box right. Sorry about that. Come on. Oop, I squished it in. Sorry about that. There we go. That way, your green area, oops, will line up and you'll have a perfectly round box. I still did it wrong. Well, oh, there it goes. Okay, so then you will have your box. What I did for the light was I took the little light, I placed it in the center of that square that's in there. I traced it. I did a little X and cut on the inside of the line. And that way, your box, your light, will fit in there snug. If you cut the line where the circle you traced, or outside of it, your little light will fall in and out. But if you trace it, cut the inside of the circle, it fits in there rather snug. And look, it don't come out. So, don't you dare move. That is how you will cut it and everything. Now, the reason that it's important to cut or to glue all of your embellishments on the left side is that this will still be a functioning opening treat box that you can still throw candies in, right? And that is what it will look like after it's embellished. And again, you'll just take that little flap, bring it over, pull it down, lock it in place, and there's your box. So let me take out this candy. Even the glow-in-the-dark jack-o'-lantern can still be a treat box, because that's what I'm going to make one for my daughter. And so what I did here is where I used the dark heavyweight cardstock, glittered cardstock. And it's okay, but I found that using it more flimsier paper works. So the other thing that's going to be important, you do not want to glue anything to the green part of the box. If you glue anything on this stem, you won't be able to open your box, the one flap. So I glued everything on there. And that is how there's where you'll see a little bit of an open space back there. I just wanted it filled up, so that is where I used the little jemmies. I did the leaves, and that's where I distressed them. I added the spider, some of the little, oops, I done stuck that in there. The flourishes, that is where I put the wire, the little bowls. I put little flowers for my stash. And I just use different scraps of paper for my little things. And again, you want it to be pliable so you don't get that line. For the jack-o'-lantern that lights up, again, just grabbing that flap and opening it, you'll see where it's lit up, but it still works as a functioning treat box. And again, you just close it up. Oops, and there's your little box. So I hope that I didn't yabber too much, and I hope I explained it okay. And forgive me, I haven't done videos in forever. I just don't get a whole lot of time to create or do videos. Even with the grandkids going back to school, and now Evelyn's in school, and I just have little Isabel, she's not used to being without her sister. And they're 3 years apart. And so she is nonstop. Nana, do this with me. Nana, let's go here. Nana, I want to go to the park or outside to play. And but it was fun to create these, and I hope that you guys come on back. I do have a couple of other videos I'd like to upload right after this. I did Gigi's challenge, so come and see that. But I hope you guys come back and see the little treat containers that I created for my grandkids. And you guys, everybody have a blessed day, and we'll talk with y'all later. Bye.